Guys, I can't believe it's come to this. It's December 9th, Friday night, and it is 19 degrees out. It's not good. The riding season has come to a shrieking halt. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I went out for an amazing ride, which is what this motovlog is. And even last week, I managed to get out for 20-30 minutes. It was only 40 degrees, but I rode. But we have gotten 11 inches so far of snow in the last couple of weeks. We got 16 inches all year last year. So the warm, amazing winter we got last year was probably never to be repeated. So my hopes are dashed. Looking at the forecast, it's not even going to be above 35 probably for at least weeks from now. Last year I was out on the winter holidays. Look at this, it's what it's come to. Sitting in a room on a Friday night with a cat on my lap. Anyway, on the holidays last year, it was in the 60s. I was out riding. It was amazing. And those days are obviously done. So I do have a nice... Isn't this great? We go from riding to a cat's rear end in my face. I have a nice long motovlog. It's longer than usual. And you can fast forward if you don't want to watch it. But anyway, it's how I'm ending the riding season. Anything else I do this year will be mechanical stuff. On the bike, that is. Otherwise, I'm learning a new Hendrix song. Maybe I will make a video of that at some point. As you can tell, I am not in a great mood right now. But that's because we're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches on Sunday. So winter is officially here. The bike is officially parked. And I'm still hoping at some point, I don't know, in the next month or something, I might be able to jump on it and take it for a ride. So I didn't put stable in it yet or anything. I'm not conceding defeat on the whole entire winter. Just for like the next 3 weeks, I guess. This is Dave signing off.
Guys, this day is an absolute gift. An absolute gift. It is 60 degrees on Saturday. Ooh, that's an interesting looking bike. Road glide. I am on the Scenic Byway on Route 97 right next to the Delaware River in New York State. And it's, what is it, November 18, 19? One of them. 19th. And this is probably one of the last warm Saturdays we're going to have this year. So I said, that's it, man. I'm taking this day. I had other things I was planning to do, but by 10 o'clock this morning, it was already in the 50s. So, there's the Roebling Bridge. I'm not sure if I wanted to take that road. I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, we're staying on this Scenic Byway for a while. Up to Route 52, and we're going to swing them on back over into Pennsylvania, then head down toward Honesdale, swing into the Harley dealer, just walk around. Haven't done that in a while up there. But what an amazing ride. I mean, you can't possibly capture it with this little camera, but I just rode like 15 miles through this country road, trees, and nobody in front of me for miles. Just, the smell and cool air, it's amazing, you know, it's amazing. I actually feel sorry for people who don't get to experience this kind of thing. I mean, I'm almost spoiled because I live here, but I grew up down near Philly, so I certainly know what it's like to live in the city, suburbs. So I am really spoiled living up here. So not much going on. Just enjoying this probably last really nice opportunity this year. You know, last year it was 68 right around Christmas on those days off, which was amazing. And I was out riding, but I seriously doubt we're going to get that this year. So I started off my morning, headed down to town, got some fuel injector cleaner. My low fuel light comes on and off at the strangest times. A few miles after fill up, and then it's kind of erratically after that, off and on. I use my odometer to keep track of when I really need gas, but the light is annoying, and I would actually like to be able to rely on it, or depend on it, to be accurate. So anyway, it's like $80 for a new sensor. Gotta drain the tank, take it off. It's, you know, it's a headache. And it is a common problem on this model bike for some reason. But one of the things that I saw as a recommendation was to throw some fuel injector cleaner in there. Not only does it clean the injectors, but pretty much everything in there. Anything that's got a little gum or deposits on it. So that was a great idea that I hadn't thought of. So topped off the tank and then headed out for a nice couple-hour ride. I've been telling my wife I was doing this, so she's cool with it. I used my little road ID app so she can just tap it anytime she wants to know where I am. So I don't have to worry about her wondering where I am. Anyway, I'm just going to enjoy this. I hope that everyone watching, I noticed my subscribers, I've got 59, woohoo! I don't know how these people get thousands and tens of thousands of subscribers, but I had like 20 when I started doing vlogs last year, or at the beginning of this year. So I've almost tripled, which is pretty funny. But hey, you know, it's cool. I watch other people, subscribe to them, so why not? Anyway, for the riders out there, I hope you get a few more rides in this season if you're in where it's going to be winter soon. Woo! And if you're from Texas and Florida and Arizona and places where people ride all year, well, I hate you, and keep riding. Something else that's really making this an enjoyable ride is I've never been on this road before, and there's just something about traveling on the road for the very first time. There's nothing like it. I mean, I can come back here because it was such a great ride and say, oh, I got to do this again, but it won't be the same because there's a certain discovery, you know, not knowing what's around the next corner the whole time. And once you've done it, you know, you've done it. So the next time isn't quite the same. So that is always enjoyable to find a new road or a new route or go somewhere you've never been before. there are a lot of cool little places, just, you know, things you pass along the road, and different things that you see. Up in this area, it's all around Northeast PA. There's there's a lot of little river trip places like that one because we're near the river. But you see little, like, I don't know what you call them. If motel is the word, or bed and breakfast, or what. You also see really old houses, little restaurants in the middle of nowhere, things like that. Just different, interesting and different. You also go through towns you never heard of. So you're riding along, like, I have no idea where I am. And then you see a sign, and it's like, welcome to Nowhereville. And you're like, oh, okay. This old theater, Tustin Theater. Interesting. Can't really see those signs. Delaware, something, something. Wow, look at this thing. Woo! Yikes. Well, there's Pennsylvania. Welcome to Pennsylvania. Oh. Well, that was cool. At 6:52. We did it. Oh my word, this is so awesome. Number 4. So this Route 652, I'm coming in from the east. I've only been on this once before, but down further towards Honesdale. When I test rode the lowrider this past summer, this was the road they had me go on. I didn't come up this far, but at some point, I'm sure I'll recognize where I had taken the ride and stopped and turned around. Anyway, I know exactly where I am now. This is definitely a nice road to take a ride on. They have a lowrider, a 2015 lowrider. Oh man, just look at that, right? The camera isn't picking it up, but I can actually smell the horse manure. Not that I would wish that on anyone, but man. So they have this 2015 lowrider in their used inventory. It's only got like 2,100 miles on it. Unfortunately, they have it priced sky high. You know, I mean, private sale, you can definitely do better. But it's not the number one color choice I would want, but it's pretty close. It's like a cream with a blue. It's two-tone. But this particular one, whoever bought it, had put 8-hanger handlebars. I hate those things. I don't even understand the point of them. They look ridiculous. And I don't know. I mean, if I was the dealer, I would yank them off and just put regular handlebars. If I were seriously going to buy that bike, I would tell them that is, a deal breaker having those things on there. And swap them out. I'm sure they would. But they want $13,400 for this bike. And the new ones go for like $14,500 or something like that. So it's crazy for a used bike, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm not in the market for it, but I did want to check it out. Just see what else they got. All right, this is where I was when I took my test ride. So I've got about 4 or 5 miles to go down to Honesdale. Probably right on the base of those mountains in the distance. I love mountains. I love living in the mountains. When I was a kid, even though we lived down near Philly, my father had a place in the Poconos. And we spent many a weekend there in my childhood. And when I got out of high school, I said, you know what? That's where I belong. That's where my fiance lived. So it was pretty much a no-brainer. I've lived here for 31 years. Still love it. All these poor Harleys, all these lonely, unwanted bikes that people traded in. It's just a shame. We'll just have to walk around and give them a little attention. I don't know when I'm going to be back on my bike on a nice 60-something degree weekend day, but this was a beautiful 4-hour experience, which I'm going to savor for months.